We pick up where we left off, in the belly of a clipper transport, toward the penitentiary, the stronghold known as Stormford. In the clipper, there is Smith, Varsha, Jett, and Ty. Ty has made clean work and quick work of the sworn. That were manning the ship. But this dark ship held a passenger. A passenger that laughed every time there was the presence of fire. And every time there was a presence of fire, flame kicked up from whence the spark sprouted. Ty, fueled with emotion, rage, and blood, traced his way down into the bowels of the ship, where the laughing was found. In front of you, Ty, as you approach, is a pallid figure, black covered eyes, long hair slicked back, probably platinum blonde or maybe even white. But within that chuckle and that giggle, there was that flash of fire, because I believe you lit your cigarette or your lighter at the time. And once you did, the fire kicked up again, and you see this vision again as this person has their hands behind their back, and they're laughing in your direction as the flame goes out. What do you do?
I want to storm forward towards him. Can I reach through the bars and grab him?
Of course you can.
Can I pull him towards me as roughly as possible? Ideally, I want to try and, hit him off the bars. Is it wooden bars or
These are metal bars.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to drag him towards the bars. I want to try and bang his head against.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me your athletics check. As you try to reach through the bars and bash his face against them.
9.
With a 9. I think as he's laughing and as the flame goes out, darkness again greets you in the belly of the ship. As you burst forward, you reach through the cage and grab his collar, but I think he's able to then back up, and you don't have a grip on it as you wish you could, and use that force to bang his head against the bars. You go to grab, and your fingers slip, but you did grab on just for a moment, as he's then able to peel your hands away as he steps back, and he laughs once again.
Oh, funny, is it? Yeah? We'll see who's fucking laughing in a minute. You think fire's funny? Well, I think these are funny. I pull out a dagger. Come on, close. Come on.
He then just sort of stares at you, and he cocks his head.
Are the others here?
I think at this point, some people, you start hearing footsteps of some as they make their way down the steps. You can all choose who is here, who is on their way, who isn't in the scene.
I think he went this way.
Okay, lead the way.
I'm last.
Ty!
Yeah.
Thank you.
You thanking me?
I see you aren't sworn.
I'm gonna be worse than sworn for you in a minute. One more
What the
thing
hell's going on?
Prisoner.
You aren't here to save me?
Who are you?
Litho Drake. As he looks toward you, towards the entrance as you make your way in. You are not here to free me.
Or are you someone important or something?
We all are important to ourselves, are we not?
No.
Interesting.
I look at the man. Is he Entente at all? Can we tell from the way he looks?
Yeah, go ahead and make a insight
Okay.
or a perception.
Insight or perception, they're the same for me.
Okay. So the 18, because that was the one that rolled first. You can tell that he actually bears no Entente markings. And neither same with the, I guess, or with also his demeanor. It doesn't seem like he is Entente. Then why are you here?
None of your business. Now I'm gonna light a cigarette. And if this goes up in a plume of extra fire, I'm gonna drain every drop of blood out of your little body. Okay?
He doesn't respond, but instead just stares and waits. The moment the spark ignites the flame of your lighter, you do start to see he does look at the flame. Start to lick his lips. And then catches himself, and then looks back at you.
Right.
Mr. Tai. Oh, sorry.
Alright, fuck him. We don't need to worry about him. We'll leave him in there.
But any enemy of this one surely is a friend of
Yeah.
ours.
No?
Why not? I mean,
What if he's a nut job? Some people get locked up for good reason.
okay, but your plan,
What?
it's the same thing, isn't it?
Why?
I look over at him and then lower my voice. Isn't the plan for jailbreak for everyone? Wasn't that your grand plan?
Well, this ain't the jailbreak. This is the break-in. After that, I don't care. Once we're off this ship.
And so what? We leave him here, and then we take him with us when we leave?
I don't care what happens to him when we leave. He's not my priority. He's none of our priority. We need to find the outfits, the uniforms. Find one that fits you and put it on.
You already got that sorted.
Yeah.
Right. How is this ship moving?
How is the ship moving? Oh, did we kill the captain? Did we kill the navigator? How is the ship still moving?
I look at Mr. Drake. Do you know how the ship is moving?
Why? Why would I know? How would I
I don't
know? I am just a prisoner.
Maybe
Alright,
you
fuck
saw
'em. Let's
something
go.
when they brought you in.
No. I would assume ship hands, unless you killed them. Are they dead?
I'm going to clamber back upstairs. I'm going to look for the wheel to see what's going on.
Hold on, Jett. I'll join you.
Okay. On your way up, get the armor upstairs. We're making a pile. I'll see you in a second.
As I walk by Varsha, I whisper in her ear. This one's an addict. Keep an eye on him.
Yeah, okay.
They're not all dead. Make sure they're tied up.
Yeah, we did. I did. They are. What'd they bring you in for?
Arson. Oops.
What'd you burn down?
The grove. At first. And then the winds picked up. They picked up and much more. I guess some were caught in the breeze.
Right, we can't let him out. Not while we're on this fucking ship, he'll kill us.
Some roasted. Some sworn roasted.
What do you want to do with
Fields.
him?
Leave him.
Crops.
Can he use any flame?
Yeah, I think so.
Villages.
Gotta be careful.
Are we safe leaving him down here?
I'll suck on the rest of this cigarette and then stub it out. Hey?
Are we safe leaving him down here?
Crusade.
I don't know. Can I try on the bars? Did I do any sort of anti-magic anything for him? Because it seems like he is reacting to when I create a flame outside of this and he's not casting a spell. It's almost like he's trying to latch onto it or something like that. Can I determine anything?
You can make an arcana or an investigation.
We'll go investigation then. A 7. Wow, today's not my day considering the last
Yeah.
episode.
So with a 7, nothing you can discern from here. Whether it is some sort of magical bars or whether there is a ward or a sigil or something nearby, it's hard to tell. But you do notice, and what you have noticed, and that is he isn't casting any spells. His hands are bound, but behind his back, but comfortably bound behind his back. And he doesn't seem to be... He reacts to when there is... or was reacting to when there was flame present. Which probably leads you to believe why there are no torches or lanterns on this ship.
Yeah.
The people that ran up the last group of sworn that were on the boat, they ran up from in here, or did they run up from somewhere else?
They ran up from here, where you are.
So he
There was the
probably
trapdoor
had
that
a
went upstairs. Yeah.
guard down here. It wasn't like he was alone.
Mm-hmm.
I turn to Varsha and say, I'll stay here. Go get me a uniform. I'll keep an eye on him.
Cloth, tapestries, all went up.
What's
If he
wrong with
twitches,
you?
I'm putting a knife in him.
Yeah, okay.
I knew it was me.
What's wrong with you?
Hey?
You're all agitated.
Yeah. Blood's up from all that.
Okay. I look him up and down and then try to size him up, and I'll go try to find a uniform that fits me and one that fits him as well.
Okay.
I'll pull up a stool or something and just sit on it, and I'll be flicking a dagger up and down, and I'll just stare at this dude
Yeah,
until...
you grab a stool, scooch it across the wood floor, and straddle sit down, and he's sort of still staring off into space. He started to trail off and muttering to himself about what he has done.
I'll keep an
Then
eye
he
on him, but I'm calming
stops.
myself down.
And then looks at you expectantly. So what are you doing here?
Don't talk to me.
feel like we got off on the wrong foot. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Listen, you don't fuck around with fire until we're off this ship. Maybe I'll open the cage door when we get to where we're going. You can wander one way and I'll wander the other way. How about that? Until then, I got my eye on you.
And here I thought I was going to walk today. I guess not. And he turns around gracefully and uncomfortably just shows you his back as he just looks out into the darkness, or actually just looks out into the, I think, toward the back of the ship, and then for a moment passes, and then he starts to slowly make his way over towards a side where is closest to a porthole, and is able to just look out, though there is 5 feet or so between the porthole wall and the cage. He still is trying to find some sort of semblance of a view.
I just lean back on this stool and wait.
Reminder, it is still very dark down here. I think you just see some of the moonlit light. Actually, there isn't portholes down here. This is the belly of the ship. So that would be a hole in the ship. So I think he does still stare out. As he does turn around, he just still sort of stares out into the aft of the ship, still showing you his back. But it is very dark down here. I think maybe a moment or so your eyes have adjusted, but not well.
This is fine. I don't mind the dark.
Yeah, probably best to just relax too. Okay. Every once in a while there is the darkness, but every once in a while you do hear shuffling of feet coming from the cage, where Letho is moving around uncomfortably, and maybe even a
Yeah, whatever. As long as he's not doing anything crazy and he's not making fires.
Okay, I think this one will do. Where the fuck did you go?
Okay.
Oh, there you are. Okay. Jesus. There.
All right. I'll just start stripping off right there.
I'll turn away.
Pull the trousers on. Take the hat off.
Yeah.
Pull the thing, whatever they wear, on. This uniform, this other outfit. Each one had a mask, right?
Yes, they had like
Yeah.
this. It looked like a welding mask. I mean, it was a plate of polished armor that went down, and then a band of like a banded visor that went around, and it seemed to have some sort of green lensing to it, or some sort of green tinted glass.
If I don't intend to keep it on until we get there, but if I pull the mask down, can I see out of it?
You can,
Okay.
but only for a moment, and then it gets dark again.
Oh, I could see literally like night
Yeah.
vision.
Mhm,
out
and
of
then
it.
and then it just fades away. But maybe it's your eyes adjusting. But if you take some time, you can potentially attune to it.
Lift it up and back on again, and then say, I think these are magic. Like his goggles up there.
I guess that'll be helpful for the journey there, I suppose.
There is a contraption in the back as it bands around, sort of like if you were to, Anyway, there's like I was going to say like a headlight, but on the back. But there is a contraption in the back where that looks to glow with very low light when it is attuned. So inside that chamber, if you were to look, you would see a small shard of Geoloon tear, which is the crystals that you've had before.
Yeah. Right.
Do you want
Maybe
to stay
go
here?
put your own on.
Yeah, okay. And I'll put the mask on.
Same happens for you. You put it on, and for a moment you do see clarity as it then goes back to darkness. If you take some time, you can adjust it and adjust its wares so you can then see through it. It'll require attunement.
Have you heard from your boy yet?
Lorkhan, no. He said he would meet us on this ship, I think, but I don't know how.
I think we have to, I think we have to dispatch the... If we don't, they'll just fight us when we get there.
Right. You want me to do it?
No. I can do it.
You sure?
Yeah. Are you okay here?
Yeah.
Have you ever dealt with someone like him before?
What do you mean?
They can't help themselves sometimes. You understand?
Yeah. Well, that's not my problem, though.
I just mean be extra careful.
Sounds like he needs to be extra careful.
He can be docile like that. 1 second and then another at your throat.
Are you talking about me? I can hear you.
I know.
It doesn't matter.
And who are you?
No one. See you later, Ty.
Goodbye. And you both wait in darkness and awkward silence for moments that soon can turn to hours. But we're going to go upstairs and check in on Jett and Smith as they go and find some armor. Up on top deck,
I'm looking for the. Is there a steering wheel on this thing? How is it moving?
There is a helm. There is a helm, excuse me. And it is toward the aft of the ship, so towards the back.
Okay.
And there is. Right now, it looks like everything is fully tacked. The sails are in the position that can continue the trek without needing adjustment
Okay.
in one direction.
All right. I've never ridden one of these boats before. Maybe there's something magic about it. I don't know.
All right. Well,
Uh,
why don't you have a look at the helm there, and I'll take a look and see if the sails have any sort of enchantment or something on them.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure how much more I can use this this flask for. The one I use to detect magic. If
Then
we can,
Just use your ability to understand the way that magic works.
okay. Because a lot of these guards, they have something special in their armor. The helmets, I think one of the shields as well, was magical. If we can collect them all in a pile, I can use this flask. I think. And I shake it.
We'll need whatever we can once we get to
Okay.
the prison.
All right.
For
Okay.
now, we're gonna just have a look at the ship. We're gonna have a look at the armor the best we can. Don't
Okay.
waste any of your flasks.
All right. Then
Look at
at
me,
the very
Jett.
least,
Look at me. Take a breath.
okay.
You've never done anything like this before.
No.
All right.
Okay. All right, I'll focus on the wheel. But
This
at
is your
least
specialty. This is what we do.
this is what we do. I point to the shield behind him. At the very least, that shield, there's something magic to it. I know that much at least. The helmets too. And
It would work a lot like our goggles.
I think so.
All right. Listen, we have some time before we have to figure everything out. Don't rush. Take your time. Look at everything.
Don't rush. Take my
By
time.
the way, when we go back down there, just stay clear of that person in the cell. There's something
do that.
wrong with them. They're not like you. They're not like Varsha.
What is wrong with them?
You come across it sometimes. People that are addicted to the power, the feeling of magic.
So he cannot be saved?
Do you want to save him?
I don't want somebody to die. Someone who hasn't done anything. I
But he
mean,
has done things, Jett.
how do we know? He could just be a spellkin.
He's practically told us all of the things that he's done. You think he can be saved? You think, what if we took away his magic somehow?
I don't
You
know.
think he'd be able to live like that after what he's experienced? The power.
Maybe. Maybe he cannot be saved. But we'll never know if he doesn't have a chance. No?
I don't know.
I'm going to go focus on this wheel.
Yeah.
If you need me, I'll be here.
I'll have a look at the sails.
Okay.
Jett, could I get a survival?
Survival. Okay. Natural 1.
Okay, with a natural 1.
I can barely breathe.
Yeah, you're dying. You're dead. With a natural 1, as you are starting to, this is like navigation based, as you make your way over toward the helm. The helm does look like it's moving. Every once in a while, it'll adjust itself. But it's almost like something else is controlling the helm.
Okay. I just...
You do
With
notice...
my natural 1.
Yep.
I was going to say with my...
Go on, you first.
I was just going to say with my natural 1, I just stand there and ponder it for a bit because,
Yeah.
nobody was here
quite-
before, so...
Yeah, you can't quite put your finger on it, but it does look like it's adjusting ever so slightly, which then leads you to believe that this is being controlled or manipulated without the use of hands. Smith, as you take a look at the sails, it's very clear to you. I believe you've been on a ship or two in the past. But go ahead and give me a survival as well.
Not an investigation check?
Oh, yeah, I will take an investigation as well. Perfect.
20.
The 20. So with a 20, you're able to see that this is, the wind is blowing in the direction to have a fully tacked ship. And I think with the investigation instead of the survival, yeah, it is in full furl, moving at its speed, at its chasing speed toward Stormford.
Sails are working like they should.
I think the wheel is magic? Maybe sanctioned swan magic, I don't know.
Can you figure out how it works?
No. I've never used something like this before. I think at the very least it's going to go where it's going, but as for the journey home, I don't know.
All right, well, we'll figure that out when we come to it.
Okay.
Grab that uniform. Start putting it on.
Okay. I pick up the pieces of the uniform and I put it on.
Make me a religion check.
Okay, a uniform check. A 5.
You're able to fit it on. You're able to fit on the uniform, but there is a sigil that the sworn were wearing. They have a different outfit than the fully cladded armor that you have seen. They had much more of a quilted and a lighter armor, but there was a chain and a medallion around the neck. You go to grab that, and it is scalding hot. It is not red hot, but it is able to burn your hand as it does deceive you for a moment, as you are unable to pick up the emblem. It does dance around as you drop it onto the ground, as it rattles onto the floorboard. Smoke kicks up a little bit as carbon etchings start to mark around where the edges of this medallion danced for a moment, and then it cools.
I get I should have at least one flask of just distilled water. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to get a cloth. I'm going to put it inside the water and see what happens.
Just distilled water?
Just distilled water, yes.
Yeah, you put it in the, does fit in this jar of distilled water, and it blunk, sinks to the bottom.
It doesn't get hot.
No.
Okay. Alright. I cock it and leave it inside the flask.
Okay.
Save the water.
Sure.
Mr. Smith! Mr. Smith!
Yeah.
But you are able to put on that armor. No problems otherwise.
Okay. They seem to have... I walk up to him and I said, do you know what this is? And I show him inside the clear flask of water.
Inside is a large mouth jar. It's a little shallow, and there is a medallion of the Evervalian crest with a chain all spooled up on top of it, just resting in the water.
Do I know what this is?
Oh, why would it burn me? I show him my hand. There's a red mark. It's not like an imprint, but there's a red mark on my hand where it touched me.
What you would know, Smith, it is a medallion of Evervale and the allegiance and fealty of the God King. The usually sworn carry and have emblazoned symbols of Evervale on their armor. Because of this kit, the armor doesn't have any place for the emblazoned, so they had these medallions around their neck.
Yeah. That medallion, it's it's the crest of Evervale. It basically means you're sworn to the God King.
Okay. Do you have one?
No.
Okay. This one I have here, should I keep it or should I throw it away? I don't know what to do with this.
Throw it in the bottom of the ocean.
Okay. And they won't be suspicious if I'm not wearing it with the armor.
I don't think
Not
it'll
everybody
matter.
wears them.
Okay. Then I walk to the deck and I just pour it out.
The slosh, the water splashes out into the water, and also you hear the splash as the medallion makes its way into the ocean.
Prisoner?
Yeah, he's ties with him.
Mr. Tai isn't going to...
No.
Okay.
I'll go back down in a second, but we have a mild issue. There are 5 still alive. I think we have to dispatch them.
All right.
Are we in agreement?
Is there not like a life raft or something? Can we not bind them and lead them in the ocean?
I thought about that, but what if they get out of their binding and then go straight to the closest piece of land, which is where we are going also?
I just look to both of them. And I say... You too. Of all people.
I know.
I guess. Really fuck this one, huh? And I just go downstairs to Mr. Tai.
I don't see any other option.
You don't have to explain yourself to me. Come on. We've got work to do.
camera fades out on top of the deck as Smith lurches some of the armored bodies over toward him, and Varsha makes her way as well over to him. And the camera follows Jett as Jett makes his way down into the belly of the ship to find Ty.
Mr. Ty!
Yeah, you all right?
I'm okay. They're busy up there. Apparently the boat is magic. It's going on its own. Everybody is dressed, as you can see. What about yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. The boat. I mean, it's good. Saves us a job.
Right. But I don't know how to walk it, so I don't know how to get back once we arrive. But we have the birds, I guess.
I don't know, maybe it just goes back at a certain time or something, I don't know.
Maybe. What are you going to do with him?
That's up to him. If he behaves, I mean.
Okay.
I can behave
Good.
if I want.
Yeah. Keep the fire to yourself. Simple.
Where are you from?
Guarantee.
Okay.
You?
9 News.
9 News.
Yes.
Lush land down there.
Lots of trees. Yes.
What brings you so far here? West.
I looked at Ty.
Don't answer his questions.
Oh, okay.
He's a mage.
I
Or
see.
you know, he'll swap with you. He'll be in the cage.
Okay. What is your plan? What are we doing?
You know the plan.
I know, but I guess everybody upstairs is ready to go. They're waiting for Mr. Lorkhan.
Yeah. Well, whether he shows or he don't, we got a plan. If he's got a better plan, we'll go with that plan. If he hasn't, we'll go with our plan.
Okay. Do we know why this boat isn't on fire yet?
Because there's no fire.
You think he needs fire to make fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doing my nutting.
I'm going to walk to the far side of this man's cage. And I want to...
Hello.
As far away from him as possible. I'm not looking to him.
Okay.
But I want to touch the cage and then I want to see if I can cast a spell at this range. I want to see if I can cast Mage Hand.
Is Mage Hand a
I-
cantrip? I think
It is a cantrip,
Yeah,
yes.
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check.
Okay. A 7.
So you take out a vial, shake it up, uncork it, and you let the suds from the bottle sort of, you pour it out and it just sort of stays still in the air as you draw it out into a line, and the suds start to then undulate and turn into that spectral sudsy hand. What would you like to do with
Okay.
Mage Hand?
I float the Mage Hand through the cell.
Okay.
Any change?
No changes.
I try and make the Mage Hand just grab his manacles.
Make me a stealth check.
Okay. A 7 again.
Yeah, I think they grab on, and he, like, there is, like, his hands move up a little bit, and then he turns around, or at least you hear the shuffling of him turning around.
Okay. I let go and disapparate it. I wanted to see if, this cage had like an anti-magic field, or if
Yeah.
he can't cast magic because of the shackles or something. So I figured if I touched him with the Mage Hand, then it would...
And something would happen. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, unfortunately,
Okay.
doesn't seem like it.
Okay. You're right. I guess he needs fire as a catalyst or something.
Yeah. That's what I figured. Like I said, it's killing me.
Right. Right. Okay then.
Need a light?
No. One ember. One. That's all it's gonna take.
He grins and looks away. What's the plan?
I looked at I.
My plan or yours?
I don't have a plan.
Good.
Survive?
Well, even better.
Is that your plan?
No. But I can help you with yours.
Interesting. Very well, then we should turn the boat around.
We will.
Good.
Maybe I'll let you out the other end.
You don't need to watch me. I'm not going to go anywhere.
Not worried about you going anywhere. Worried about you burning this ship. Worried about you hurting my friends and comrades here. That's it. It's very simple.
If I would
Suppose
burn the
you haven't
ship,
worked
I
it out.
would have.
Right.
And I've tried.
Mm-hmm.
Twice.
I know.
It's like you know me.
Yeah.
But yet we've never met.
Oh, we've met. I've met you before. I've met him before.
You've lost me.
Everyone's the fucking same. Okay? There's 1,000 of you and 1,000 of him. And it doesn't matter. You sit still. And you wait till we get to the other side.
Okay, I'll be here.
And then maybe you get out of it alive, and you get out of it alive, and we can all go our separate ways, have a nice cup of tea, and I'll have a cigarette at the end of it. Away from you.
Very well.
If
Which until then. Yeah. Just stay there. Not a spark, not an ember, not a foot out of place.
Is Ty's cigarette still smoldering, or is it out completely?
I think it's out completely.
Okay. All right.
I don't think Ty would have let it go on farther than it needed to.
Okay. I guess we go back upstairs then, or are you watching him?
Are they done? Upstairs?
They are ready. I don't know what the griffons are. I think they are making a circle path up above. But they are dressed. They are ready. We're waiting on Mr. Lorkhan now. I think they're dispatching the swan that went killed straight away.
How many were alive?
I don't know. 4? 5? 5. I guess it wasn't what stabilizing them in the first place, but okay.
They needed to die either way. It was the blood that mattered.
Right. The blood. I don't know what to do right now, Mr. Tai. I'm going back upstairs.
Yeah, rest.
Okay.
Jett, hold on.
Yes?
Look. It had to be done.
I look around at... Are they around dead bodies, or...?
There might be some ash on my my armor. I don't know if an hour has passed, by the way, since we have arrived here on the boat.
Maybe about 40 minutes or so. Not necessarily an hour.
I understand. You did what you thought you had to. I understand. It doesn't make it any easier. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Did you talk to the prisoner?
A little bit. He's, as you say, he sounds dangerous. I don't know if Mr. Tai is going to kill him or not, though. So far, he's just with him. I didn't try, but I don't know if he can be reasoned with. And if so, for how long?
What do you think we should do, Jett?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Why does it matter now?
What do you mean?
You killed all those other people just now? Why does this one madman matter? Why should what I say now matter?
What you said before mattered as well.
And yet, and I look at Smith and the soot, the ash, that's on his armor. And yet, just go down and make it quick. I have a job to do. I'm not a child.
I'm not saying you are. And just because we decide something different doesn't mean your opinion wasn't important.
I understand. I do. Now, if you need me, I'll be here. But I don't wish to talk right now. And I just walk to the side of the boat and look out to the griffons.
You see as some of the griffins, or both griffins, are at this point flying around in an energetic patrol, as almost like they're chasing each other. Every once in a while, you do see that there is a bunch of seagulls that are following the clipper here. And every once in a while, you see one of the griffins open up its large beak and leaving a bunch of feathers in the place of where one of these seagulls were. They seem to be either chasing one another or playing with the flock of seagulls that are here. And there is there are moments where you notice that the seagulls do start to then flap and fly away, and then they start to merge back together in that very undulating flock of one seagull that is trying to follow another seagull who is trying to then follow a different seagull. So it's always that uncertainty of where they're going, and that is patrolling around this ship, as every once in a while, spearing through it, is one of these energetic griffins.
We must be close. If there are gulls, I mean.
Yeah.
I guess we better.
Right. Let's head down.
Okay.
I look back towards Jett.
Okay.
We're gonna head down.
Okay. I'll be here. I'll let you know if anything happens.
Jett, as you are here on the side of the ship, starboard or port?
Starboard.
As you are on the starboard side, I think you're leaning over the rail, or at least your arms are up, resting potentially on the rail that is there, watching the unpredictable pattern of the seagulls above. You are reminded of uncertainty as you watch these seagulls follow one another. Who is following one another? Who is following one another? But there is no clear direction. But they are all sort of in the same goal, right? That is to follow and find any sort of scraps or any sort of prey or any sort of rodent or pest that fall off of the ship. where they could find a scrap or where they can land and rest. It's hard to say, but they are following one another. And you notice this as well and are reminded of the path in front of you. Of the Entente. Of 9Us.
Then I guess I'll follow too, huh? And I go downstairs.
Okay. With a heavy sigh, Ty makes his way down.
Jett.
I'm sorry, thank you. Jett makes his way into the ship.
And
Yeah.
there's...
Mhm.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say down in the belly of the ship.
And there's no way we could use him as a distraction. We're not there in front of him, by the way.
Okay,
I'd
yeah.
like to say we're outside talking
Somewhere else.
about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Distraction? How are we going to use him as a distraction?
I don't know. Let him loose. Let him do whatever the hell he wants.
We do that and we'll never see Luella. We just let this guy go. Guards, him, might have some kind of fight. Then we can sneak in. I think that's the wrong play.
Yeah, me too.
Besides, there's no other way to explain how the guards are...
I
dead.
know. I just really want there to be another way. Fuck.
Varsha, if we let this guy go, he's either going to die on that island, or he dies before he gets off the ship. You can't turn the ship around. You can't send him on his way. You don't have the resources to do anything else. On top of that, this guy, he's not like a normal spellkin. He's not you. You've seen this look in his eyes, haven't you?
I don't know what to believe about that anymore. But you're right. Taking him in as a prisoner, he could verbally give us away before we even step off the boat. Put him on a life raft, he'll slowly starve. Let him be a distraction, and it could make everything worse. This is the best play. I just hate it.
I'll do it.
I'm not asking for that. Let's go. I'll walk inside.
I walk over to Ty. I'm gonna lean in. Talk to you for a second.
Yeah.
Look. This guy is a liability right now. You know it, and I know it.
Maybe.
How else are we going to explain the guards, Ty?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Honest, I was going to say we had a bit of trouble with him. Only 4 of us left. Managed to wrestle him back down, tie him up, gagged him, drag him out.
He's not going to go into the prison voluntarily, Ty.
He doesn't have to do anything voluntarily. We'll drag him up there, knock him out, tie him up. I don't know. We can't show up without him, though, can we?
He's not suggesting we show up without him. He's suggesting we show up with his body instead.
Torch the other bodies. Fire got out of control. Somebody did something stupid.
Yeah, we'll have to do
Use
it
the
quickly.
fire.
All right.
I can do it.
Get one of their weapons and do it. One of them weird blades.
All right.
I absolutely do not mind doing it.
You're probably better with a blade than I am.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, grab me one. Bring it down.
I'm gonna leave. Try and find a blade.
They're easy to find. Just need to probably go back up toward the pile of armor to find one. Or also Ty may have one on him.
I didn't take one.
Okay.
I was considering it. I don't think...
Brad would have taken one. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think Ty knows what they are.
Okay, got it. Okay. Smith leaves to go upstairs. He leaves you all. Make a wisdom check. Jett.
A wisdom check.
Mm-hmm.
The attributes on the left.
21.
Nice. How much of
But
this
that was
last...
a saving throw, sorry.
It's the same. We don't have...
Okay.
Yeah, no worries. How much of this last little bit of this scene with the 3 of them did you come in on? Did you hear them chat about taking him out, using the exploiting the fire from Letho to then explain potentially being out of control? Did you hear any of that, all of that?
Yes,
of that?
I did.
Okay.
I did, yes.
All right. And then you also heard that Smith went to go look for a blade and said that you are better with a blade. I'm going to go get a blade. You, Jett, start to think about and start to percolate on this idea and of this scenario. With a 21, it is better to use several bullets than blades, because blades are calculating and several bullets are reactionary.
Okay. Mr. Smith?
Yeah, is everything all right?
So you're going to go through with it. You're going to kill the man.
We don't have much of a choice.
I know. I know. You mentioned stabbing the man. Why would the guards stab him when they have guns?
It's a fair point.
They have guns.
I believe they all
Blades.
have.
They have projectiles.
Oh, that's what got me. I didn't know
Yes.
what it was.
In the dark, you couldn't see, but... Yes, stabbing him would be execution. The guns would be in self-defense, a reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
Turn
that's
turn
a good
blade.
catch, Jett.
Smart thinking. Turn the handle towards Ty.
How do you reckon it works then?
Make me. Make me a. I don't know what this would be. Survival, maybe? Figuring out how this works.
I can do
I would say
survival.
some kind of int check.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but I don't have checks in front of me.
Investigation.
Investigation will work, yeah. I'll take that.
8. Wow, I am distracted.
Yeah, okay. I think for a moment you are handed the blade. This being a gun blade. Looks a lot like a revolver, but where there is a barrel, it is a flattened piece and sharpened piece of metal. Other than that, it's really hard to tell where the bullet comes from. But if you squeeze the trigger, something happens.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess. I was just pointing in the right direction. What's the worst that can happen?
Gunpowder is the worst that can happen.
Hey,
Isn't that not fire? A spark?
There is an explosion, yeah. I have to knock him out first.
yeah.
I'm gonna get some more blades.
Okay. Smith goes to find more blades. Pretty easy to do. There are 12 in total, unless any were thrown overboard, but I don't think they were. And are you in the room? Are you downstairs in the bowels, or are you in the mid deck?
I'd imagine we're like all the way up by where the stairs. Was it a stairs or a ladder?
Stairs
It was
down,
stairs,
and then
yeah.
ladder to the bowels, to the
Yeah,
brig.
I'd
The
be-
brig is all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, I'd probably be at the bottom of the ladder.
Okay. Awful quiet. We're there
It'd be a lot
soon?
more quiet in a minute. Don't you worry.
Hmm. Fine.
Right, you two staying for the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. You seem to be up for wet work today. What's gotten into you?
It's the only option.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that, you know. Just, kill enough and it goes away. Doesn't really work like that.
I'm not expecting it to, Ty.
Right, well, you don't have to watch then.
Doesn't that make me... No. That makes it worse.
Fine. You staying, Jett?
I nod. It was my idea.
Doesn't mean you have to watch it.
And what kind of person would that make me?
Smart. Probably one who's going to be able to get more sleep.
I don't sleep much anyway.
Alright?
I'll be right back. I walk towards the cell. I'm not going to get super close.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to talk to this guy.
Oh. Someone approaches?
Yeah.
Hello? Are you here to entertain me?
I'm here to get to know you maybe a little.
Very kind. And what is it you wish to know?
When did you first find out? When did you first know? When did you first cast? What was it that you cast? What did it feel like?
I went north. My father used to be a deep sea fisherman for Carantir. And as children, we would go with him. And we were blown north, past where we were meant to go. We were going to head toward Drogaria, but instead we went north to a place called as you all call the Frostburn. And there, our boat washed into some rocks, and we were unable to move it for days. I lost my brother due to the cold, and my sister was dying as well. My father, ghastly and stricken with sickness, couldn't do anything to help us, so I
Called up fire.
Yes.
Did you save them?
My sister, yes, for the time. The cough took my father. But my sister and I, we were able to make it back south. She didn't make it through the winter. Through the harvest that year. Racking cough got her too. But I tried my best to keep her warm the entire way back, and I did. And when we were going to, my mother and I, bury her in the wood. That is when the Sworn found us, slew my mother. And I lit their torches ablaze. I roasted them. And I would do it again. Hearing the screams of vengeance was a chorus that chimed me to sway in the breeze of the Spellwind. And it didn't stop. That fire, it kept burning. And here I am. Being taken to my fate. My family gone. And just me and the winds.
Is there no one left to mourn you?
Who would? My village. Half, if not all, were burned, from what I hear. I wouldn't be welcome back even if I had the chance. So I await whatever the wind has for me. What about you? I ask you the same question.
Lights. To make my mom smile.
Similar.
If you believed with all your might that you could stop the God King and the Sworn, but I was in a cell. And the only for sure way your plan could work was to kill me. Would you do it?
Letho's brow furrows as he lets the words sink in. Ah. No one will miss me.
Marsha,
What?
what are you whispering to him about?
I'm just talking to him.
About what?
Our mutual hatred of the Sworn.
Good. I was going to ask him the same thing. What are you in for?
Me?
Yeah. You said you burned a tree or a forest or something. What are you really in for when they caught you?
That's it?
Why can't you help yourself?
Show me a flame. And I'll show you why I'm in here.
No. Why can't you help yourself with the flames? Why can't you stop yourself?
like how it feels. It's been ever since I first cast, I've just a sense of warmth inside my veins that is excruciating happiness that can't replicate.
Hmm.
I've never felt that. And it seems the bigger the flame, the better, and the
Funny. It's the opposite for me. I hate it. I hate how it looks, how it feels. I hate not being able to control it. Why is that? Why do you like it? And why do I hate it?
I don't know. Maybe you are simply not born with the breeze in your veins.
Yeah. You got that right.
So are you here to kill me?
Yes.
No. No.
No.
We can't kill him.
I am looking at the prisoner. Can you think of another way?
I piled up several blades
Mm-hmm.
at this point. Just off to the side, looking on.
You mentioned how you knew you would stop the God King. How? How could I believe you? I don't want my death to be in vain.
It's the same way you know the fire will come when you call it. I can feel it.
Make me a persuasion.
Oh, 23.
His brow furrows once again. And I wish not to be bound. He turns around and presents you with the ropes around his wrists.
I will, I look to Jett because I know he's got mage hand, or I've seen him do this incredible thing before, and I don't want to reach in and undo it. Can
Okay. Okay, I'm going to... first of all, I'm going to go ahead and take out a small tube. Very small one, but a pinky finger size, and I'm going to just shake it slightly. And then, as it does, it's going to illuminate. And then, only faintly.
Like a glow stick.
Kind of. Then I'm going to ask Mr. Tai. Mr. Tai, can I have your cigarette, please?
What are you doing?
I need your cigarette.
What are you doing?
I need a cigarette.
just give him your cigarette, Ty.
I'm not untying him.
I'll give it back to you.
Hand it over.
Okay. I dip it inside and I give it back to him, and he'll look at the tip of the cigarette where the flame normally is, and you'll see that it starts to kind of fizzle, and then a 10-foot diameter light will now emit from it, just lighting up the room a bit. So now I look around, and I'm looking for keys for the cell. I can't unlock him without keys.
Oh,
not
we
letting
don't
him
want
out.
to unlock the cell. Yeah, we're his
He's
restraints.
presenting the ropes around his wrists.
I know.
Yeah.
Is it ropes just bound, or is it manacles?
It's ropes.
Oh. Okay, well, at least we can now see. Well, okay, I'm going to take the other vial, and then after shaking it, the hand comes out, and I'm going to send it towards the ropes.
The hand
What are you doing?
drifts towards.
No one is
Dismiss
stopping
it.
me. I should dismiss it. Oh,
No, please.
What are you doing?
Following my gut.
Look at Ty. I'm trying to judge what is going on right now with Ty.
Jett. We're not untying him. We're not letting him out. We're not killing him either. We'll let him out at the other end.
If you don't help me, I will do it.
Why do we need to
I'm
kill
just
him if he's
trying
on our
to
side?
be
We'll just ask
safer.
him to play the game.
could both of you roll persuasion, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
We need him tied up.
27. Nat 20.
Natural one.
The hand is already behind him, and I pull the rope.
Okay.
Okay. The rope you're able to with the one dexterous, very dexterous mage hand. Actually, I guess you probably have two. As the hand splits into two, and then starts to untie the knots, it falls to his feet, and he looks at his hands for a moment, and flexes them, and takes a moment, and then looks up at you and relaxes them by his side. Very well.
Sorry, Mr. Ty. And I take a step back into the shadows a bit.
Take the light off of this.
It's gone.
I light it.
I will.
Yikes.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, well, I was doing this anyway, so I am reaching my hand into the fucking cell to take his hand and bring him closer so that we can talk closer.
Yeah.
And I'm holding his hand.
So
yeah,
I
that's
think-
what I was trying to do.
Sweet. I think his
Yeah,
hand,
like this style, you know?
yeah, I think his hand, like by the side, you just see it like flick as if is about to do something. Like he
Yeah.
sort of reaches, his eyes widen for a moment as he sees a spark, and he reaches his hand up, and as he does, I think you grab his hand and like interrupt, and he for a moment he gets distracted from what he was going to do, and
Yeah.
you then you embrace his hand as
Took off.
I have not stopped looking at him the entire time.
yeah, and he then breaks his eye contact from the flame or from the cigarette, and then looks at you, and then nods slowly.
Do you want to cast one last big fire?
Yes.
You think you can help us take the prison down? Can you help us get them out?
Yes. Yes, is that... And he, for a moment, he sort of like is surprised. Is that what you're all doing here? You're all okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Do you see this man behind me? He's the blacksmith.
I've heard a lot about you.
He's forsaken the God King.
Very well.
Can you control it?
He nods.
Am I close
Then-
enough to see the nod or no? In the darkness.
If the darkness, it's hard to see. I think he nods, and then he goes, yes.
Do I believe him?
Give me an insight.
I'm getting my low rolls out now.
Get them all out now. You're able to with an 8. He seems like he's. You hear, and you can deduce what it is you heard and what you may possibly deduce.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't necessarily being quiet either.
Right.
So if you guys are close enough, it's fine that you heard the whole thing. It's not like I was whispering.
Right.
Okay. And I still haven't broken eye contact with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to talk to them and we're going to figure out the plan.
Yes.
Thank you for your help.
Thank you for not killing me.
Thank you for helping me find another way. And then I'll let his hand go. And then I'll turn to the rest. And I'm maybe trembling a little bit now.
I think Letho starts to try to avert his eyes, as I think because of the only thing now in this room lighting it is every once in a while there's that ember glow coming from Ty's cigarette. But every time you see that sort of and the crackle of the tobacco within, you also see that for a moment in one of the glows, one of the ember light shines off of the dark-eyed wood elf as he sort of is staring close to the cigarette, and then the next glow is out, and then the next, and then it fades out, and then it glows again, and he is somewhere else in the cage, trying to at least avert his eyes toward.
Yeah. Did you hear all that?
And then I think as the glowing ember happens, it starts to make a trail as it goes upstairs.
Oh, Christ. Okay. Should we talk to him as well?
To Mr. Ty?
Smith? Yeah.
What's
Smith,
done is done.
Can we talk about it?
Are you all still down in the bowels of... Still
Yeah.
in the brig area? Okay.
I'm sorry, who was Varsha talking to?
You, I
you?
said Smith. Can we talk about it?
I didn't hear that part.
Oh,
Talk about what, Varsha?
an alternative plan that utilizes fire.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Yelling. The only
then-
other thing I can think of is some kind of distraction.
Yeah. I will start walking upstairs because I don't want to leave Ty out of the conversation.
Yeah.
I follow.
I'm all the way up on the deck,
Yeah,
probably
okay.
leaning on like a gunwale, getting some fresh air.
Okay. Okay, time to put our heads together and think of an alternative plan that involves fire.
Oh,
He's gonna help us.
we're part of the discussion now, are we? I thought you were calling all the shots.
I wasn't calling all the shots. I was just having a conversation with him
Interesting.
just to see if he would help or not. I didn't call any shots, Ty. You can still walk down there and kill him if you'd like. But it's a
I
waste.
want to kill him.
Neither do I. So why are we... Can't we
I
just
didn't
work
want
on
to
plan
unbound him
B?
either. There was no point. I
If it
definitely
were
don't
you
want to...
in there...
What?
If it were you
I
in
really know
there
what.
and you were willing to help and you wanted to have your hands free, isn't it a gesture of goodwill, good faith?
If it was me in there, and I wanted my hands free, it would be so that I could put them around your neck.
But he didn't.
No, he didn't.
But you would.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm glad it's not you in there.
So what's your plan? Unleash him? What? Send the mage into a warded place? Start a
No.
fire?
No. He waits here. We go in. We do what we need to do. Get everybody out. And then he burns it down.
How did the guards die?
Everyone will know.
There's probably more
We
prisoners
will
over there than
burn
guards.
the biggest symbol the God King has against our kind.
Symbol? No one even knows it's there.
They will.
You're going to trap more prisoners in there than anything else.
No.
The
We're
guards
getting
will
them
walk
all
out.
out.
How do you know we're getting them all out? How do you
Isn't
know we're
that
just
your
getting a few
plan?
out? I
Isn't
don't
that
know what the
Larkin's whole
is.
plan?
I
Let
wish I
'em all
knew
loose?
Larkin's whole plan. I don't know if it's let them all loose or just get Tenno out there. There is no fucking plan. And there's certainly not going to be any fucking fire. You can't control the fucking fire. You can't control him. And he can't control the fire.
He doesn't need to control it if it's at the end. I'm, again, just trying to think of the biggest impact.
This is it.
If you,
Just destroy it. Destroy a mountain. Destroy this prison. Kill everyone inside.
I don't want to kill everyone inside. I never said that. I was basing this off of your plan, supposedly, Larkin's plan, to get everyone out. That's what you told me. It was a jailbreak.
Jailbreak doesn't mean everyone.
Well, why can't it?
How
I
are
don't
we
know.
going to get everybody off of the island?
How do we even know if we can get them all out? We're trying to sneak in. He's
What
going to try and
happened to
bend
the
the ear of
guards?
the warden.
I'm not saying You're wrong, Varsha.
It's
Just
fine
saying.
if you did think that.
I'm just saying. I don't know how we close up all these holes.
Okay, list them off. Which one's first?
Guards.
What do you mean? How do we explain that they're dead?
Mm-hmm.
What are our options? Can they have gotten sick?
I mean, if they are just guards,
Suppose.
how many did you kill on the boat?
5.
5. So there are 4 of us here. 1 is missing. Or the man downstairs can be number 5. You didn't want to save these people before. But if this man here is too much of a loose cannon, we can just let him free. You didn't want to use the dinghy before, but I mean, if there is one, we can just send him afloat. And he'll wash up somewhere else. He doesn't need to be here if he's a liability, no?
Can I get a perception check from everyone?
$18.
6.
Another 8.
12.
I think it takes you both a minute or a moment, Jett and Varsha, to notice, but Smith and Ty, you are maybe you're facing that direction, but
Boats
coming
on fire.
the boats on fire, coming from out of the fog, pulling up next to this clipper, is the longbow. I'm sorry, not the longbow. A different ship. It has a large, or it's painted green. Some of it, the paint is chipping off, but as it pulls up close, a robed figure steps off onto yours, and it's Lorkhan. Ah, very well done.
There is a prisoner downstairs. He controls fire. We spoke to him, but we don't know what to do with him.
Who's this?
Lorkhan.
No, I'm asking
Oh,
Ty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Lorkhan, what's the plan? The whole plan. All of it.
Fine. The whole plan is that you are to then take this prisoner. Are they still alive?
Yes.
Yeah.
Take this prisoner, Letholdus Drake, I think his name is being transported from Carantir to Stormford. A druid that has lost his way. We are then to use him as a chip to go in. You are to take Tenno out, and anyone else that you can. From there, I'm hoping
trade the
for-
prisoner for Tenno?
Not necessarily, no. I would think you would get in to talk to Tenno. Then we have the break. We need all the forces we can get to clear off this blockade.
What is Tenno gonna do? On his end.
He hasn't told me. I've been waiting to
Okay.
commune with him, but I can't. I haven't been able to. I've been getting messages from him, and they've stopped.
Right.
Stopped.
I think he'd
How-
only do that to protect the plan.
Yeah, all the wards.
Yeah, if there's no magic inside with the warding, then they might not be able to scry. But if he tells you the plan and we're outside the ward, they might be able to.
Interesting that you say that. Because I have been meeting with Tenno in my dreams. When I sleep, he's there. We sounds silly, but it could be some sort of vein of scrying magic, which means that there is a way out, or magic somewhere, a leak.
How do you know it wasn't just a normal dream?
Because it is the same dream. He's proven it.
What's the dream?
Well, the dream is usually me crouched over a table. Sometimes it's food, sometimes it's a war table. And then I look up, and it's words that are sound like they're underwater or something, and I look up, and it's Tenno, who is then reassuring me of the plan.
Does he age?
No. Why?
I've been dreaming about him too.
And what are your dreams?
Not even remotely the same. Probably just dreams.
Very well. That is the plan. The Letholdus. What is his name?
Yeah, that.
Letholdus is going to the Warden Court. It is a part of the Druidic Correctional Ward.
What if he was willing to help?
Good. Get you in there much easier.
Great.
Is that where Tenno is?
I don't know where Tenno is.
Mr. Tenno is not a druid, so it would stand to reason why he wouldn't be there.
So you want us to walk in there with the prisoner?
Yes.
And then what? Look around for Tenno?
Yes.
That was the plan anyway.
I was hoping he had an idea of where he was.
Why don't you ask your friend, which we have not properly met, as he looks towards Smith. Lorkhan. You are the blacksmith, I assume?
That's right.
So, that's the plan. Go in, break as many as you can out. Tenno knows.
You mentioned a druid ward. Do you know any more about the prison? What are the other wards?
There are several wards. It is correction. It's divine correction, they call it. Divine. Yes. It is. There are several wards for different types of magic. The druidic ward is usually for a wilderness type and divine magic that way, and that's all I know.
What kind of magic would Mr. Tenno have?
As far as I know, Tenno isn't magic. Isn't a spellkin. Not like you or I.
So if we get in, we need to find a manifest then. The Stormford is large, otherwise we'll be there for how long?
Is that the Smith, what was her name?
Luella. Warden Luella.
Who's that?
The warden.
She'll have all the info we need, most likely.
Info
And a way to-
and ways to take down the wards.
Yeah.
Good. Anything else?
If we get them all out, how are we getting them all off the island?
We have ships.
Did you have...
I think you have
you have-
7 ships total now.
Holy shit.
Because you had 4 that were going with in... Yeah, I think it was 4 that was in Lorkhan's break off, and then you all went,
I look at Smith.
I think.
Is
There's- and then
that
you went with
enough?
2, and then, yeah.
It depends on how much crew is on the ship. Maybe Varsha. But
It's probably, to be quite honest, it's probably a lot more people in Stormford that could, at capacity, that could fit on 7 ships. But who's to say? The longbow and the Camilla. Thank you. The longbow, the Camilla, and then now the Clipper. So there was the 3, and then you had those other 4. So there's
We
a
could
total of
always
7.
we could always use the lifeboats as well. Just keep them attached. Put people on lifeboats. It's not pleasant, but it would work.
do you
And then we
think this
burn-
is what's right, Varsha? And that's what we do.
Get them all out and burn the thing down.
So, I hate
And
to
then-
ask again.
Uh-huh.
Are we going in? I show them the armor that I'm wearing. Are we going in? Are we pretending to be gods? We have 7 ships with us. Or are they going to attack and then we sneak in
We'll
somehow?
go in first. We'll go in
Okay.
first, and they'll come in behind us, right? And I look at Lorkhan.
Yes. You would get Tenno. And from there, we could then need to figure out how to get a message out. But you know,
I look at Ty. You've been talking to him. Can we do that?
Otherwise, the sending stone.
yes, sending stone, yes, scrying and all that. But Loella, you said yes. That's probably the best way to go in and
That's
disable
right.
whatever wards you have to then send a message. And then we come in, and then we help. Swoop in, we take who we can, we make our way back, and disrupt that blockade.
Jett. How far did those sending stones of yours reach?
These 2. How wide is the world?
All right. Toss one to Lorkhan. We go in first then.
But I've been spent. I think you'll only be able to send back and forth 1 message. So it has to count.
Thank you, Maya, for this gift. That is sick.
Okay.
No splitting up once we go inside then.
Okay. Is there any way for us to broadcast this with a spell the way they did to us?
Oh.
Asking me.
Anyone. I just said it out loud.
Smith, you may know that there are devices that are usually planted within foundations of large facilities of the God King that could, that you know there is one in Evervale. There could be one in Stormford.
Stormford might have a device we can use, but otherwise I don't know of another way.
Also,
How does it work?
they might have some sort of room in the facility.
Do I have to be there while it's burning? I mean, can I just turn it on and walk away, or?
I don't know.
Okay. I look at Lorkhan. If we can find a way to project this so that everyone can see the largest prison against our kind burning, it should be a priority. It's a statement.
Very well. Well, that is something, if you can go in there and find a broadcast device, so be it. But what we need is Tenno's knowledge, 7 ships full of prisoners.
Okay. How long until we get there?
An hour or so.
Let's rest. Ty, Jett, Smith. Any
Okay.
holes? Any last thoughts?
No.
None.
No.
I'll go talk to him then.
What time of day is it?
Hard to tell. The moon has set, or is just beginning to. Oh, I'm
It
sorry.
was
How
No,
many hours
darkness when
did
we
they
landed,
say?
so
I'm sorry.
it's they said about an hour or so. It is probably afternoon-ish, maybe around 2 p.m., but not a sun, a giant moon. And it's just like the light around here is about a 2 p.m. type of midday.
Okay. All right.
I could be way wrong, but I'm pretty sure last night was the
When we boarded the
ship
boat, the
Yeah.
ship battle was in pitch darkness.
you boarded the boat. Well, it was fog, and then when you boarded the boat, it was dark because there was no lights.
Okay.
But
Alright.
on the map, it was dark. But I think the ship battle and the griffin fight, that was at night. So it's like,
Okay. I'm just wondering. I can't remember what the last time we slept. It's like
Right.
real life. But Okay.
you slept before this.
all right.
Before you launched the griffins to go to the clipper.
Then I'm ready. I
Yeah.
have nothing I can get back at this point.
Hmm. Okay. So the boat continues. I think Lorkhan bids you farewell, and then steps back onto the painted ship as that ship peels into the fog, and your boat still furled and tacked toward Stormford.
And I have to make a tough choice.
Sweet.
I think by this point, Ty, your
Calibrating armor, is that what's happening right now?
your hit points, Mr. Ty, the ones I gave you below deck, an hour or so should have passed by now, so they're gone.
But this wouldn't be the aid, right? That was 8 hours.
That was 8 hours.
It is 8 hours, but I also gave him the
False
the
life.
con advantage and false life, yes.
I think, and they were temp hit points, were they?
They were, yes. So
I
they're
think
gone.
they got eaten up at one point.
Did they?
I'm I strode past you when you were healing everyone. I do have a bullet wound in my shoulder. It's like probably just a little hit, not like a full-on hit. I think it was like a ricochet of a bullet.
Okay.
But I have a. Actually, I've got new uniform on, but there is a small little weeping wound under there. Either
I
way,
can deal with that for you.
I did. I think I took that damage, so I still have the aid for the maximum heals. I think.
Okay. In that case,
It's been
So-
literally 4 weeks, I think, since we got that aid, so I can't remember everything exactly.
right. Okay. So 1d6 plus 4 plus your maximum hit dice is what I'm reading here. So let me go ahead and roll that.
As in the max, as in I roll a d8, or how many hit dice I have.
I think it's how many hit dice you have. It says, as an action, you can spend one of your healer kits to restore 1d6 plus 4 hit points to it, plus additional hit points equal to the creature's maximum number of hit dice. So yes.
Ah, okay, 6 then.
Mm-hmm.
Do I roll it?
I'll roll for you. 8 plus your hit dice.
Alright, that takes me back up to my temporary full.
And that's just me with my sprays and the blade sprig and just making sure to get underneath the armor and make sure that everything is okay. You know, wiping away the ash from the bullet wounds and just making sure everything is not going to get infected and set in. It will sting, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Okay. So, as you make your way toward, or as you follow blindly as the ship, this clipper, this transport starts to take you in through the mist toward Stormford.
Where did Varsha go?
I said I was going to go talk to our new friend.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Sure. As you make your way through the mist and the dark fog, you make your way downstairs, Varsha.
Hey,
Hello?
we've got a plan. Sort of.
And what's that?
It's gonna be really difficult, but we're gonna try to get every single spellkin out of there. And then we're gonna try to burn it to the ground.
I like
Can you do
the
that?
last part of that.
Yeah, I bet. We need to use you to get inside.
I figured.
You okay with that?
It's either that or death. So yes, I'm all right with that. As long as I can... Yes.
There may be a way to broadcast the fire. But I don't know if someone has to be present to do it. I don't know how it works.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it is. It is just as important as getting everybody out. If all of Evervale could watch this fortress burn, it'd be very powerful.
Yes. It would be a big fire. A conflagration.
Is this going to hurt you?
No. Not in the slightest.
I'm Varsha.
Letho.
We'll be there in an hour.
Hmm.
You hungry?
A little bit.
I'll be back.
Some time passes. Varsha makes her way, looking for rations and food. Anybody else doing any last minute scenes before we throw anchor down at Stormford?
I think I'd actually spend the entire time on the deck just smoking, pacing
Can I
around.
talk to Ty
Sure.
before we land?
I'd probably try and talk to Jett as well.
Okay.
You want to go first?
After you.
Hey,
What's up? Is he ready?
yeah. I wouldn't just make a decision without you or your input. I was just
Okay.
talking to him. Well, clearly you do.
You're new to this.
Yeah, I know.
You're trying to bite off more than you can chew. You're trying to change the whole world in a day.
No, I'm not. One day at a time. I just, when I see an opportunity, it just clicks into place, and
What? Don't think about anyone else? Assume that
No.
you're definitely right?
no.
Assume that 100%. Telling Jett to free this man suddenly is absolutely going to have no repercussions. What if all he needed was his hands free? What if he was lying to you? What if the moment his hands were free, he exploded?
And I'm the only one that would have been.
What? Wrong?
No, burned. I was standing next to him.
Have you not seen what they can do? Some of these mages.
Yeah,
Have you not seen what the Spellwind can do? It
yeah,
gets out of control.
yeah.
And
And
how do you know?
we're hoping to use that.
Why do you think you can control this? Everything.
I don't. I asked him if he could control it. I'm just doing the best I can.
Everyone can lie. People deceive people.
I know. I just wanted to talk to him.
I wasn't going to kill him.
Well, I thought we were. Because that's what we agreed we were going to do.
Yeah. I wanted to check him first. People tell the truth when they piss their pants. Scare him a little bit. Find out what he was
People-
really in there for.
Also tell the truth when they're about to die, sometimes. Most of the time.
Right. If he'd admitted he was a murderer, he'd burned down an orphanage,
Yeah,
it would have been a lot easier to shoot him.
I know.
But he didn't. I don't know if he's innocent. But he's in there
Or-
for the same reason.
Or any of us.
Yeah. Some people are. Rotten
Not
workers,
anyone on this
best
boat.
done. Yeah. You don't think so?
No, except for maybe Jett. And we're gonna turn him into a monster before this is done.
Nah. The rot. It hasn't taken root in him yet.
This will ruin us.
Us.
You, me, Smith, Jett.
Yeah, probably. That's what it is. You're on Taunt now. We're at war. That's what it is. You're a soldier, you're a pawn. This is a battle, big battle. And we ain't fighting for us, and I don't think we're even fighting for the people of tomorrow. I think we're fighting for the people a long time from now.
Yeah,
So it doesn't matter about us. Doesn't matter what you feel. Doesn't matter what Jett's reasons are for joining us. You don't matter.
I don't think that's true. I think it's the opposite.
Well, you're standing there with tears in your eyes and I'm not.
That doesn't make me weak.
I say it made you weak. Just makes it easier.
I don't need it to be easier.
Know your role. Be careful. You don't need to be so impulsive. You don't need to free every prisoner.
It's the better plan. Lorkhan even agreed. As many as you can. I'm just thinking of the bigger picture, and I'm trying to be logical, and I'm trying to make sure I go through all the options and that we make the best one we can. I know sometimes it seems really impulsive, and in some ways it is, but sometimes opportunity presents itself and we're in the perfect position to take it if we just reach out and take it. It was that way in the mine. It's that way with Smith in the speech. We can free all of those people and fill up 7 ships worth and head back, ready for war. And half of us, or more, can die and nothing will change. Or we can do everything we can to make sure we make the biggest impact. And that's all I'm trying to do. Not for us. Not for tomorrow.
Yeah. You're right.
Your
And-
opinion matters to me, Ty.
I don't know if I have an opinion.
You always have an opinion.
No. You're not
Okay.
listening. I don't know if I have an opinion. I don't know what. I don't know what's good. I don't know what's bad. 1 minute I don't trust the geezer. Next minute I feel sorry for him. 1 minute I think you're just running headlong into something like a naive kid. Next minute I think you're the only person making sense. I have no idea what I'm doing. That's the truth of it.
That's good. Because one day I'm going to have a plan that is wrong. And I'm going to need your help.
It's the fire. That's what's fucking me up.
I see.
You start a big fire in there. I don't know.
Does anyone else know?
No.
So you're the first team out. Before it starts. Easy.
Yeah. Easy.
What happened?
I was there, but I don't know. The way they say it, there was a tavern in Evervale. It's called the Walder. It was owned by Killian and Orla Veridis.
I know the story. I imagine
heard
it's
the
wrong.
song?
Yeah. Everyone's heard it.
Right.
I'd rather hear your version, though.
My version's Lorkhan's version. But I think they were looking for him. He went to see his brother. His little brother. And well, the next night was ransacked by the Swarm. Of course looking for him, but well, I don't know. I don't know what they did. Some people say Dad was taken away. Some people say he was killed. Lorkhan, he found me. all wrapped up in a damp cloth under the stairs. The tavern, most of it. The bar front. Yeah, it was all ash. Smoulders. The thing with it is I don't know if it's that 3-year-old me remembers that fire or it's from when I touched the Spellwind that time. And I heard and felt my mother burning. But either way, can't do it. The fire, can't. Don't know what it is. If it's too big, I just, I don't know. Sort of lose myself. Yeah. Look at these. Smoking every day.
I'll have one.
I don't even know when I started. But it's the weirdest thing. These little burning sticks are the only thing that make me feel like I feel calm. And not just because that's what they're supposed to do, but it's something else. They're probably going to be the death of me. It's ironic, isn't it?
I'd always quit.
Tried. Lost it. Couldn't fire an arrow. Couldn't throw a knife. Couldn't fucking tie my boots.
It's your talisman.
Yeah.
That's what we call it. We just need to find you a new one.
Yeah.
We can work on it. No fire. Until you're out.
Okay. It was Jett anyway. We got to check he's alright, prepared.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find him.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for the, ticket to death, I suppose.
Yeah, enjoy it.
I will.
Hey. Jett.
Yes? Mr. Smith? How can I help you?
It's actually what I was coming to see you about. Thought I could use your help. My armor.
Sure. What do you need?
Well, we don't have a lot of time, and I have to reconfigure it for the fight.
Okay. How can I help?
Well, I just need you to look over some things that I'm doing here. Think you can manage?
Sure. I'll give it a try. Most of what I know is, I mean, similar to what you have, but I suppose the means are different.
Mm-hmm. You have a pair of tinker's tools or smith's tools?
No, but I can find some on the boats, I'm sure. Let me just look around. We're on the same boat, yes, DM.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I'll have a look around.
Just take
I think
these
I'm
for
above
now.
deck. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, what are we looking at?
Well, you see, normally the armor that I have here, it's got 2 configurations. Right now, it's set up for what I like to call infiltration, infiltrator. But what we've got coming up here, well, might require the the beefier version. Lets me protect everybody a little bit more.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the Guardian configuration.
Right.
What I typically need to do here is set it up so that we take off some of these plates, scales here, and then you see in the gauntlets the gems.
Yes, of course, the gems.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Those are the focus for the lightning launcher.
Right.
Those get moved into the chest piece here. And that allows me to put up the defensive field.
Okay. I'm going to reach into my pocket and I'm going to get a notebook. And from inside this rat's nest, I'm going to just take my pencil and start to jot down.
You know, I haven't told anybody this before.
How it all works.
No.
I appreciate the knowledge.
Well, I think Varsha's never really had too much of an interest in how the armor works, you know?
Mm-hmm. I guess if you can't use it, then to most people, what's the point? You know, it's a means to an end.
Mm-hmm.
I begin to just start to sketch the different insertion points on the armor, where it is. I'm noting the kind of gem that's being used as well. That's not a diamond, is it? No, it's something else.
No. Diamonds wouldn't work to focus.
Right.
Not the right way.
Interesting. Most of what we use for alchemy requires diamonds and all sorts of gems, but that's rare. You don't come across that very often. Is that the tier like we had before? You know, the 2 rocks from that blue water monster, I think.
Yes.
Huh.
Geoloon's tears.
Right.
And, this is where the acid comes out.
Oh. I see. You see me perhaps recoil a little bit at the sight of, the acid pot. But I'm still
It's
jotting.
alright, don't worry, it's contained.
Okay. All right.
I don't like to use the acid.
Well, you and I are of similar mind then. It's not a good way to go.
No.
But I suppose it has its uses. At times.
Look, Jett. Whenever I have to do my job, I always try and make the kills quick and clean.
As in mercy.
I don't know if it's mercy. I just know that I can do my job better if I do things quick and clean.
I think I understand.
I have no desire to kill people. Do you know that?
To be frank, no. I've been curious. What with your name and all that, your infamy? One might wonder.
I don't feel anything, Jett.
You don't feel anything.
Not when they die.
Not one way or the other. I struggle to think if that's any better than feeling happy or feeling joy out of it if you don't feel anything at all. That they don't exist, that they don't matter. Is that it?
Maybe. It's been a long time. Tinker's tools.
Thank you. I cautiously take them from him.
I meant give them back.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Over. You can take them. They're just there.
Can you, just do me a favor and move the gem there?
Sure. I grab the gem and I just...
The slot there, just
Right.
put it in there.
Okay.
So the party, oops, So the party starts to get ready and configure their armor and have their talks and chats while the boat starts to pull through the fog towards Stormford. Through the fog up ahead, a dark storm starts to rumble in the sky. The fog starts to then get a little bit sparse as different landmarks, I think spires of stone, start to then creep through the icy waters of the Jade Sea. As you are slowly creeping through, the fog does let up a little bit. There are still griffons. At least one of them is lazily transferring itself from the top of the aft castle down to the stern, or down to the bow, as another one greets it, or the other one greets it there. Their beaks are close to one another as a wing flaps out and a beak reaches back and starts to scratch some sort of bug or something that's disturbing it in the feathers behind. But up ahead through the fog is the storms and the racked stone, a facility you all know as Stormford. Hey, and that's what we're going to call episode 14. I think that's where we are. Episode 14 of Spellwind. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thanks for hanging with us. That's us. That's us here at Table Story. We are in the midst of starting a pretty cool heist. I'm pretty excited to see where it goes. Especially after
Nothing
what happened
could go
today.
wrong.
Nothing
be fine.
will ever go wrong. Mm-mm. Nope, no way.
Nope, not at all.
So I'm excited.
Every plan goes in the shitter.
Yeah, exactly. So what did you choose, Whack? Did you choose
Guardian.
You went with Guardian. All right, nice. Cool. I really like how that you had to then decide again. Like, I'm ready for infiltration. Okay, now I think we're going Guardian. That's pretty sweet. But I'm going to go around. We're going to say who we are, talk about ourselves and what we do here on the internet, and that, and then stuff. I hate outros. I'm so bad at them. So I'm going to pass them over to Whack.
Wow.
Ready for
Thank
that?
you, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm Wax Steven. Normally, I am the DM or GM of Doom here on Table Story. I run a bunch of things. Right now, you can check out Rime of the Frost Maiden on Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern. As we are getting very close to the end of that campaign, it's been really great. We've had a lot of fantastic moments, and we are in the middle of some very traumatic tests that the group is going through for a very important part of the story. So if you are curious about seeing some more D&D, you can check that out. I do that one. Myth is on that as well. I also run a show called Witchcraft and Wizardry that's on a break right now. And on my channel, I am running. I'm basically doing a TTRPG. I'm designing a TTRPG from scratch. It's an isekai TTRPG, and I'm doing the whole creative process. And I am, well, I'm very close to doing the very first playtests. It's probably going to be ready next week.
Yes.
So the very first playtest for combat is going to happen probably sometime next week. So yeah, come check that out. Otherwise, thank you, Myth, and thank you everybody else for being here. I think this was a really great episode, and yeah, good job, everybody.
Hell yeah. It was super. It was a lot of fun to. I was really excited to see what you would all do with Letho, and how that played out. And boy, oh boy, you did not leave me disappointed. That was just a really, because I was like, I guess we're killing him. I guess this is what's happening. It was just really awesome. So thank you for keeping me on the edge of my seat as well. That was awesome. Brad.
Hello there. I was going to scare the shit out of him and interrogate him for what he actually did.
Yeah.
But I didn't trust that he was able to hear us, even if it didn't seem like he could.
Mm-hmm.
So Ty was playing along a little more. But Ty is also a complete fucking clusterfuck of a person when you're talking about fire all the time, and he's also doing the thing where he's like, oh, all this responsibility the last couple of episodes,
Yeah.
I hate it.
within the last like 24
I hate it.
hours.
And then, oh, you're making decisions on your own without
How
me.
dare you? Yeah, exactly.
It's just it's so fun to like do my best to try and be almost hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
Like just kind of
I don't
conflicted.
see it that way. I don't see Ty as hypocritical.
I don't know if hypocritical
maybe
is the
that's
word I was
just-
looking for. I just didn't
yeah.
know what like in every other decision almost juxtaposes his last one
Right.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes he goes back and forth a little bit. So I've been trying to do a little bit, but it's whatever it is. It was very, very fun. If you want to see more D&D on the channel, I am running Mistlight tomorrow night on
That's
Thursdays.
so good.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow should be interesting. I don't know what they're going to do exactly, so we'll see how it goes.
He
The beginning
sounds
should be good.
disinterested, but he's really just tired.
I'm really, really tired anyway, outside of
Yeah.
everything. No, I genuinely don't know. I was just trying to think then. I was like, I really kind of don't know exactly what's going to happen tomorrow to try and prime anyone that might tune in.
Yeah.
Right. It's hard to.
It's got a cool intro, though, tomorrow, so maybe tune in
It's
for that.
so good.
Maybe seeing it. And my stream, we're doing a game vote in a couple days.
That's if you beat it.
I've got a game that I was trying to play, that Ruined King game last week or so, and it just won't end. And I've got to the final boss today and was trying to beat it before this show started and couldn't. It's too difficult. And
It's okay.
so my stream tomorrow is just going to be me probably doing that for like an hour and then ending the stream, and
Yeah,
then I'm
and
off
then
for a
giving
day,
up.
and then I'm doing a game vote. Hopefully, that's the plan. So it might be one of the last games I play this year. And then I always do a big like end of year tier list of all the games we played through the year as well, which is usually pretty fun. That's it. I've got nothing else going on.
All right. That's it. Meyer.
Bye.
Meyer, that's it. So save us.
Okay. Hello, my name is Maya, and I play Jett. But I don't sound like that normally. I sound like this instead.
What?
It's so good.
Stop it. Go back. Control C.
I guess I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. You can find me at twitch.tv/Meyer, on twitter.com/Meyer_test. Do a bunch of RP stuff now with Red Dead, Wild RP, as well as Star Citizen. I do a lot of Star Citizen stuff as well. So yeah, I guess follow me there. But yeah, today's been really cool. I especially loved the whole making Brad and PV do the persuasion rolls, because like Jett was just like, okay, this isn't my hands.
Yeah.
Literally. So that was a fun thing to.
A crit either way.
Yeah,
Natural
I
one
think
and-
that's
Yeah.
really interesting because they're usually opposing in one way or the other. So that's pretty
Yeah, it
cool.
was perfect. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing from me. Just thank you again, everybody, for another awesome episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for having me. And yeah, like I look forward to Cord spitting all the juicy bits tomorrow on the rewind or whenever he does a rewind.
Yeah. That'll be good.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah. That's me.
Of course. Thank you, Meyer. Go follow Meyer on all of the things. PB.
Hello, hi, I'm Pumpkinberry. I'm not usually this emotional. Just kidding. Yes, I am. I'm constantly crying no matter what game I'm playing, it feels like these days. And if you want to see stuff I've GM'd here on Table Story, you can check out Nocturne, which is a supernatural horror about people stuck in a time loop. Gone, which is a surreal thriller about identity and memory. And in a completely opposite direction, you can watch Ungodly, which is a disaster piece comedy. So
what a beautiful way to put that.
That's that. Yeah. So thanks for watching, everybody on the front page. Thanks for coming in. Notice we had some new people in there. So thanks for coming to say hi and watching. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you so much, PB. And thank you for playing today and bringing Varsha. I know it was a hard start, but it was awesome to have you there and to explore some Varsha with you today. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thanks for playing with me, cast. You were all awesome. We sat around about an hour ago. I was like, "Hey, I could wrap this episode now." And then PB was like, "I think we could probably stall for an hour." And then I was like, "All right." And then they did perfectly. Everybody just like 2 scenes. There it is. And I was like, "Okay, great, thanks." Like when I was like, okay, and then we switched over to this map. That's when I was getting ready. Anyway, you know what? I'll talk about this tomorrow in the Spellwind Rewind. You can check it out over on my channel, twitch.tv/Mythomatic, where I rewatched the episode prior and we talk about it like it's like a director's cut or something. I'll tell you some meta and stuff, and we can talk about our theories and our recoveries of what we thought about the last episode and all that wonderfulness. That's going to happen tomorrow on my channel, probably around 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to stop on by to that, I'll see you there. It's Mythomatic, twitch.tv/Mythomatic. You can also follow me on Twitter, where it's twitter.com/Mythomatic, and just follow me on the things. You could also follow and subscribe to patreon.com/TableStory, where you can support in a monetary way toward this awesome, wonderful, immersive, and amazing friendship that we call Table Story. So come check us out in the other shows that we have throughout the week. Check us out on Patreon. And while you're on Patreon, check out patreon.com/Spellwind, where you can see what I'm working on when it comes to this setting in this world. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. And thank you just for being a part of this wonderful journey and telling this sweet, sweet story with all of you. We're just scratching the surface with this wonderful political campaign. And I'm very excited about it. All right, so I'll see you all. Be well. Take care of yourselves and have a good night.